Feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank. When it take a swim.
Hey everybody, welcome to the post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank. You can always catch an entire replay of the broadcast we had today on shrimptankpodcast.com, including the articles, the videos, and see all of these great entrepreneurs. We talked to you about the do's and don'ts of running, growing, and starting a successful business. I'm joined here by my co-host, Chris Hanks, and of course we had Richie Knight on today, who's a senior partner of HW Creative. This was the best conversation that we've had around marketing, because for you owners out there, marketing is a very important part of your business.
Yeah, and in our Hot or Not segment, we brought up the subject of Twitter. So hot or not, is Twitter really hot, or is it not?
Yeah, my canned answer is always know where your audience is, and know where your audience is growing. You know, and in Twitter I mentioned, the senior market, 50 plus, is actually the fastest growing market in Twitter. And I always have a theory that it's just we're always trying to escape our parents and then now grandparents who are on social media. So we left Facebook, we went to Instagram, and then we had to invent a social media called Snapchat where all of our stuff disappears so that we have no record of it.
Yet it's interesting that both Trump and Clinton used Twitter massively, much more, I think, than Facebook or LinkedIn or any of these other platforms. Why did they use this as a strategy? Was it the growing 50 audience, or was it trying to get at this Gen Y group?
I think it's not necessarily audience as much as it is medium for them. They're just able to get out so much digestible content that the media then is able to pick up and run with. This has definitely been a media-driven campaign, as we've all noticed. So Twitter for them allows them to just get a short message, and on Trump's case, whether he's drunk or what, whatever's on his mind, he can spit out, and it's accepted in the Twitter world.
Say you heard it here on the wrap-up that a Katy Perry, Justin Bieber 1-2 punch as president, vice president would win, because I think between both of them they have about 180 million followers on Twitter. So for the new entrepreneur that's out there in marketing and they have $500 a month to invest in their business, which route do they go? Do they do Facebook ads or do they do Google ads?
Yeah, so if they're in a very search-driven market, so let's just say this entrepreneur is a plumber, Google makes the most sense, right? However, if they're trying to reach a real audience that may say be on social media regularly, Facebook is great. Facebook probably has the most intuitive and easy to use ad platform out there on the internet, in my opinion. Mostly because Facebook just has so much data on us. They know if we're male or female. They know where we live in the country in a short, span of geographical area. They know our likes and interests, and it allows a business owner to really target their marketing instead of just blanketing it to the whole state or the whole country.
Yeah. Well, I know this whole area of marketing, especially with social media and all the different tools and technology, gets overwhelming for some business owners. So what advice could you offer somebody who's watching or somebody who listens to the podcast?
Yeah. It can become extremely overwhelming. I think a lot of it is knowing where your audience is, knowing what they use, and don't think that you have to be on and be involved with everything, because what ends up happening is you've got really zero presence on everything. You're trying to juggle all these things. So find the right tools and invest your time in those one or two. Some businesses are not even using Facebook for a marketing ploy because it makes no sense. If you're a B2B business and you're selling parts or, interacting with accountants, being on Facebook doesn't make sense. However, it could make sense for company culture, right? And let's celebrate Chris's birthday, or Ted's got a new car, or whatever. So we could use Facebook for another reason. And you start to see that a lot now is companies figuring out what social media outlets are best for their business in what fashions.
And for the entrepreneurs that are watching now, is there one person that you would recommend that they would follow, or a website that they could look at if they're just starting to learn the basic dialogue, or see somebody who's really good at this and start to follow their stuff?
For sure, yeah. We're a partner of a software tool called HubSpot.
Oh, HubSpot's good, yeah.
The content that they produce, it's almost scary, because they're pumping out, 3 to 10 things a day.
I know.
That are so relevant to your business as an entrepreneur, as a marketer, and they're really at the forefront, which is why we chose to invest in them as our software partner, because we really feel like we've got a real trusted source behind us.
Well, we want to thank you for coming on the show today. This is really amazing information for entrepreneurs that know nothing about marketing, or even they think they know something about marketing, getting better at it. How could folks that are watching the post-show wrap-up get in touch with you if they want to learn more about inbound marketing or hire your company to lead nurture for them or lead optimize? How can they get in touch with your company?
Yeah, we've got a website, hwproduction.com. We've got a ton of content on there. We're launching a new site next week with a lot of great blogs and ebooks we'd love to interact with. Feel free to reach out to me through that. I'm happy to answer any questions, whether by phone or email, or sit down and grab a cup of coffee. I love learning about businesses. That's what makes my job fun, is we get to work with a ton of different industries and a ton of different people. So that keeps us happy and excited.
Well, thanks for coming on the show. Richie's not kidding. If you check out HubSpot's blog originator, you can basically put in a couple of keywords and it'll give you all sorts of blog titles, no matter what industry you're in. It really is a great website. And thank you for joining us on the Shrimp Tank and the post-show wrap-up.